And according to the screen, it says that we are live. Welcome back, everyone. Isyour6covered. Appreciate you showing up. Hopefully you guys had an amazing weekend, or at least a damn good one. So, had a great time. Tonight we're drinking Bojangles. Bojangles sweet tea. And a great day today. But this weekend was just utterly amazing. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's see who the first four that made it into the show tonight is. We got Skull in first place, Papa's Place in second, Carcane, and Six Rudders. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Wait for the activation. Everybody will figure out that we are going live. We are late tonight. Got to go to my daughter's volleyball game, and unfortunately, it was amazing how good the teams were together. So it was battle back and forth, and finally the other team won. But it was a good volleyball match. So let's see what we got out there. We got Mr. Tree Fella from Australia. If you guys are new to the channel and live close, live far away, say hi and tell us where you're from. We got Brian T out there, Mr. John Rollins, Six Rudders. Let's see here. That was some nice shooting out to a mile. Appreciate it, Six Rudders. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I was super excited about it. Mr. Bad Billy 429 is in the house. Welcome, my buddy from up north. Probably gonna have to put them golf clubs away pretty soon, Bad Billy. It's gonna be getting cold your way here shortly. Frank Furr's out there going ballistic, Bravado Racing. Let's see. Still a day. And we got Milspec Grunt. And let me zoom in here a little bit so I can see what the heck is going on. Tree Feller says Mr. T. Yeah, I do like my sweet tea. C6 Squads in the house. What is going on? How you doing? Wingnut's in the house. Welcome. We got Washington State. Mr. Wingnut is in the state of Washington. Drew Brown is from China. Grew up in Cambodia. Live in Indiana. Man, you are a well-seasoned traveler there, my man. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Tonight's show is about kind of getting out of your comfort zone, having fun, and shooting a match that you probably shouldn't have shot. We always try to promote, get out, go shoot, sign up, and go shoot a match. Doesn't matter what it is. The point is you're going to hang out with great people that like to do something that you enjoy. You're going to learn some stuff, and at the end of the day, you're going to have a smile on your face. Hopefully. If you go to a match for your first time and you're thinking, I should have done way better, the reality button has been hit. It happens all the time. We show up, we practice for something, or we don't practice, even better to say. And then we show up and we're like, why didn't we do so great? Well, probably because we didn't practice. Well, I can tell you that Mr. X-Ring did really well for not practicing, but he's a natural at most of them sports. So he did really good. He came in 18th over, there was 200 shooters combined with open and tac ops, and he did an amazing job. I thought I did decent for not really even doing three-gun much. And we had our buddy that you guys might have seen earlier on with the premiere on YouTube, Mr. Bald and Curious, spent the 13-hour drive down from New York to come and shoot an amazing match that Microtech had put on, along with a lot of other sponsors. And he was excited that he did it. He's already ready to go to the next one. So there'll be another one in September 2022. And I'm actually looking forward to it as well. I would say it was one of the best matches. I'm just going to say it was the best match that I've ever shot three-gun. And the reason for it was I like the format of it. We'll get into that. We'll get into kind of how they broke it up and how they designed it. Huge shout out to all the ROs and obviously the range master that came up with the stages, I'm sure, along with all the ROs that helped put that together. and all the sponsors. Microtech was one of the biggest sponsors, if not the biggest. I think it was a Microtech Pro-Am. So they were the biggest sponsor, but a huge shout out to Tony Marfione. He gave away a lot of beautiful knives to not only the ROs, but there were some on the prize table, and a lot of those gun communities and knife community come together and put on a beautiful match. So it was neat. Got a chance to squat up with basically Joe Farrell. If you guys don't know, is an amazing open class 3-gun shooter, and he was a pleasure to hang out with for the weekend. And it was really cool to see how much you can get. I don't know if I could ever get that good. Actually, I already know I can't get that good. He's a lot younger than me, but not only is he younger than me, he's just a shooting slayer, man. The guy was amazing to watch, just to see how he could run a shotgun, a pistol, and a rifle. So pretty awesome to watch. But let's see who else is out there before we get going too crazy. What the hell, X-Ring says? I sent you a link. Could have came over. Ain't nobody ever want to hang out no more. Let's see. Bad Billy says, when was the last time you shot your pistol before that match? We shot this little, actually a Virtua Defense in Old Fort, North Carolina, maybe 2 months ago. Was a little 3-gun match. And that was the last time I touched a pistol. Before that match, I don't remember the last time I had touched a pistol. If it didn't have a bolt on it, I wasn't shooting it. Basically, it was pretty much this whole last year. I put all that stuff aside and I've been really focusing on the long range stuff. So I had to get back into remembering how to release a magazine on an AR, because it's not the same as any of my bolt guns. So it was fun. We got Dick Hedges out there, Andy Moore. I appreciate that, Andy. You got a lot of people commenting about the mile shot. Sounds like a lot of you guys have seen the video that I put out. It was a lot of fun, and a big thanks to Val again, Mr. Bald and Curious, for actually videoing that. Basically, you paid $20, and Barrett was out there with a very nice rifle and 338 Lapua, and you got a chance to shoot 3 rounds at a target at a mile, and I was fortunate enough to hit the thing. So I got a coin. I hit it with all 3 shots, and on my 3rd shot, I wanted to go for the little target, and I was lucky enough to hit it. So it was pretty cool. But I think the reason why I hit all those was because of this guy right here, and I'll even do a great comment. Hey, Dick. He's talking to Dick Hedges, by the way. But this guy's amazing. He's been helping me for years now try to become a decent shooter, and I owe it all to the Mr. X-Ring. So huge shout out to him. Great teacher. All right, so let's see here. Go shoot. And here he is, Mr. Bald and Curious, the man from New York. So how it started off was, it was a 3-day event. You shot Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First day was Friday. You had a chance to walk the stages on Thursday. I know Val was coming down from New York, so he didn't get a chance to see any of the stages. A lot of the shooters, including myself and X-Ring and pretty much anybody that was around on a Thursday, went to the stages, drove the stages, or at least the 3 that you shot the first day. And it was broken up like that. The first day you shot 3 stages. You were either the morning half or the afternoon half. So we were fortunately the afternoon half, which was kind of nice. We didn't have to wake up super early, and it made it kind of neat, because it wasn't like you had to try to remember all 10 stages. You didn't have to write down all 10 stages and then basically do it all in a day, and you're just beat tired, hanging out in the heat and all that kind of stuff. So it was really cool to just focus your time, energy into those 3 stages, trying to come up with a game plan, laser range finding all the targets and figuring out the distance and then figuring out the dope for your rifle. So big shout out to Vortex. I was using the Gen 3. It was with the mill reticle in it. And basically what I did was days prior to the match, I zeroed at basically it was a 200-yard zero. And from there, I went out to 600 yards, got the dope or the hold for that, because you're not dialing anything on that reticle. You can dial it, but you don't have time to do that. You have to take the scope cap off, and it's not a scope that's made for that. But it was nice to be able to power up to 10 power if needed, and then you can see all of the mil radian lines in there, and actually hold if you needed to hold like 2.5 mils or whatever distance you were shooting at. So huge shout out to them. That was an amazing scope. Worked extremely well. And for the up close stuff, you just powered it to 1, had your dot on, and it was like shooting a red dot. So it worked out well. On a lot of the long range stuff, I went for 1 for 1 for most of it. There was targets that I definitely had to shoot at quite a few times. I had a couple little stubborn son of a guns that I shot at more than I probably should have, but ended up hitting 99% of the targets. I think I had one stage on the first day where I had timed out. I think Val and I both timed out on that stage, but a lot of it was the junk ahead of time. So, if you're burning up time trying to load your shotgun, or maybe you had to fumble, or, you had something going on, you're eating away those seconds that you need to be shooting long range. So it is what it is. So what's cool about this, you may or may not know, it's a pro-am, meaning there's a pro shooter and an amateur shooter that are teamed up together as a team. The team is basically put together by the people that are designing the, doing all the paperwork and all the behind the scenes stuff. So you get teamed up basically with someone that you don't know 99.9% of the time, I would assume. And then you have a coach, basically, if you're the amateur. And what's kind of nice too is you don't need to come into this thinking, oh, I can't shoot this kind of match, even though it's considered the Pro-Am Championship. You have a coach there. He can say, you need to shoot, you're shooting low, or here's some magazine, or here's some more shells, or they can basically do everything but pull the trigger, which is really, really cool, especially if you're being intimidated. Maybe it's your first couple 3-gun matches and you're like, man, I don't know if I can do this. So don't be alarmed. Sign up for the next one. And like I probably said earlier, there was almost 200 shooters there, so it was pretty cool. The venue was amazing. The beautiful mountains, if you want to call them mountains, because we're really in the mountains here in North Carolina, and those Southerners down in South Carolina, they don't have pretty mountains like us. That's not true. They have beautiful property. This was a 2,400 acre property called Clinton House Plantation. I've had the chance to shoot there quite a few times, but they have done a lot of work. I mean, a lot of money has been put into this facility to there's a ton of more bays since the last time I was there. There was this pond that is now a parking lot. So they basically took all the dirt out when they were making the bays, filled up the pond. So there's a lot more parking, and the facility is amazing. So if you live somewhere near that, they actually have memberships where you can go and shoot. So depending on what membership you want, and this is like a hunting. They have a lot of the stuff they do is around hunting pheasant, deer, turkey. Basically, it's for anybody. There's huge ponds where you can do some fishing while you're hanging out after maybe, say, a sporting clay day or whatever that is. So they got 5 stand for that. That's basically a Disneyland for shooters. If you guys can imagine that, that's basically probably the easiest way to say it. So it's pretty cool. No, it isn't pretty cool. It's really cool, I should say. Let's see. We got Wingnut out there. Says, I would be the rookie compared to all of you. See, Wingnut, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. You go out and you have fun. You learn from whatever it is. I will say, it costs money to enter the match. It costs money maybe to drive. Like Val, he drove down a long ways. There was people that flew in to shoot the match. There's hotel room expenses. There's ammo and, all the other crap. Now we did, I would say probably this is probably the first time that we haven't had a lot of issues, or even issues with some type of component, whether it's your pistol, your rifle, or your shotgun. And cleaning it after each day is a good thing to do, especially if you're trying to shoot really well, or maybe you're up in the top, whatever, and you want to not have any issues. It's really worth the time, maybe an hour to spend basically punching a patch down the bore, cleaning stuff, and re-oiling it and making sure everything's nice and good. Because at the end of the day, you may have a malfunction for something really stupid that you could have fixed, at the hotel room or whatever. So 3 hits at 1 mile. That's impressive, Buddy D. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We got that was the one I was trying to click on. Thanks, Buddy D. It was fun. Actually, that was if I was to rate everything, I would take the 3-gun match and give it a 9.5. That's how amazing it was. But I would give my enthusiasm and just felt so good to shoot 3 targets at a mile in a row. That was a 10. So if you've seen the video, you saw how excited I was. I was blown away. I actually hit it 3 times. So I was like, yes, I was super excited. So it was pretty cool. Clean your tools, X-Ring said. Yeah, it is important, especially, if you're shooting, well, hell, everything we're shooting, it gets dirty. We're dropping mags in the dirt. What's nice about Clinton House is it's fairly, there's a lot of grass. There's a lot of everything is natural terrain. So it's not like you're stuck in these bays all day long. You're running through these little courses of fire that are, in between trees, and it's really kind of neat. And it's really kind of sucky because they can really hide them targets. So there's a stage. It was stage 3, maybe. And it's basically a long shot. Thanks, Pursuit of Accuracy. A long array of nothing but shotgun. It was straight up shotgun. I think it was 46 rounds you needed. If you went 1 for 1 on everything, it was 40 something. It was a lot. I appreciate it. This isn't a tip, just a down payment on your video. So it was a lot of fun. So you had the extra, you had the chest harness with all the shells on it. You had I don't have all that stuff. It's still upstairs, but it's basically you had shells everywhere. They took some cool pictures of Ray. He had all the same color shells, so it looked like really cool. But that was a burning down lots and lots and lots. So the thing that's kind of cool about 3-gun, which I think it's really cool about it, is there's people that shoot USPSA, or IDPA, or precision long range shooting, or blah, 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 and so on and so on and so on. This sport, I've always called it the NASCAR of shooting because it's all about time and accuracy. But what's neat about it is you learn 3 platforms, and you can get pretty proficient at 3 platforms. So instead of a guy being like super good at just pistol, and then you hand him a shotgun and he doesn't know what the shell can, where the shell comes out of it, so kind of get an example. Look at you guys go over here. So it's nice because now you're learning 3 platforms. You're learning the AR. You're learning and understanding how to fix it in case it malfunctions in the middle of a run. You're figuring out how to use a shotgun. A shotgun, if you don't, like on a Benelli M2, if you don't hit that little silver thing and you think you're ready to go, it's happened quite a few times. The guy gets ready to go, he takes it off safety, and there's no shell in the thing. He's got a racket, and it doesn't do anything because he never hit the silver little button. So being able to understand that, and I remember screwing that up a lot. So I'm getting a little better at it. If 3-gun was really like my favorite sport, I definitely dive into it a lot deeper and be a lot more serious about it. 3-gun has always been a fun adventure. Just hang out with the guys and gals that shoot, and of course, any type of shooting is obviously a good day. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So the you can't go wrong either way. So basically, day one, we get started. So Thursday, we wrote everything down, kind of drew out pictures and that kind of stuff. So our time started. We were in the afternoon. We shot our 3 stages. It was a lot of fun. Everybody went home. Everybody went to dinner, so on and so forth. Now comes Saturday. Saturday was our early morning. So it was like a late, early, late kind of deal, or you had an early, late, early. Saturday comes around. We have the morning thing, and it's actually kind of chilly. So we shoot the match. Now we're shooting 4 stages for that day. We're not having to shoot all the stages because it's a one-day event. That's the reason why these multi-day events. You guys are getting out of control over here. So it makes it neat because after you shoot, you have plenty of time to go take a shower, get dressed, go eat dinner. So what was neat was not only was it, all right, you guys are done shooting for the day, see you kind of on Sunday. It was, we have a live band. There's people drinking, a lot of people were drinking cocktails, having a good time. I was one of them. And it was just fun to hang out with people. There's a few people that had noticed Ray and myself from YouTube, so it was kind of cool BSing with some people, and then all the normal shooters that we already have shot with or in the past, and friends that we have. But it was a lot of fun. The music was cool. I can't remember his name. Maybe Ray can remember his name. But he's a very good shooter, and he was actually part of the rock band, so it was really cool. You had all these lakes. You had a couple lakes. You're at basically the clubhouse. Beautiful grass everywhere, and then you got a live band. People having fun, having cocktails, and they had lunch, or not lunch. They had dinner, and that was the thing that I really took away from this match was there's time for people to really BS. When you're at a stage, you're basically just with your squad, like a normal 3-gun. You show up after the match, say you shoot your X amount of stages, and then everybody's just ready to get the heck out of there because they're just tired as heck. They showed up early. They had to drive for hours. They just want to, see if they get to pull something from the prize table, and then they got a long drive home all in a day, and it doesn't make it as enjoyable. So it was pretty cool. There you go, Clint Upchurch. So he's a damn good shooter, and he's a damn good rock star too. Him and his band, or the band that he's in, I don't know what word would work the best for that, but it was super enjoyable. They were playing old rock and roll and all sorts of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Another cool thing, and Ray kind of talked about it here, is these matches, right? We're having a hell of a time finding ammo to go shoot matches. Like Ray and I were talking the other day, planning ahead, because we got Memorial 3-gun in 2 weeks, so it's well, we need to find some shotgun shells. We need to make sure we got some 9mm and that kind of stuff. The match actually lets you buy ammo at normal cost. So you're only allowed to buy so much, but it's basically, here's the ammo for either the match or your next match. So it was kind of neat. You had to pay. I ordered shotgun shells, 223 and 9mm. I think I paid $295. It's basically like a bundle. You could just buy, one of something, but I basically had bought that package so I could shoot Memorial. So it's neat that they're doing that for the shooters. Instead of that ammo company basically sending it out, they held some back so that the shooters that actually compete would be able to get a chance to get it, instead of us trying to run around with our head cut off trying to find shotgun shells when all this stuff is still super hard to find. RWS match is on sale for $4.99 a box. I got 5,000. Oh, damn. What is it? Let's see, my PC died on me yesterday, so I just got a new PC built. Nice pursuit of accuracy. I'm going to actually try messing with Final Cut Pro and see if I can maybe bring you guys some better video content. If I don't die first. Let's see. Mr. Tim Davis is in the house. Welcome to the show. Did you mention? Yeah, I did. Clint Upchurch was lead guitarist. I don't know if I said he was the lead guitarist. Yeah, the singer was really good. They played some old rock and roll. They played some old school heavy metal, which is kind of cool. And I had some flashbacks from high school days and loved every second of it. Had a few cocktails with some Jameson. And what else did I have? Oh, some Crown Royal. And Coke. And then the rest of the night I had quite a bit of sweet tea as well. Because we know I like sweet tea. Where is the sale, Six Creed? Let's see. Have you watched that tactical unit series I sent you a few weeks ago? Oh, Conservative Sniper Hunter. What's going on? What cartridge was the Barrett? That was in 338 La Pua, Conservative Sniper. Trying to catch up here on the questions. Let's see. I'll transfer to text and send it tomorrow. I think we're caught up. We got Shaggy Rifleman's out there. And so if you guys don't know, so Joe, I always forget his last name. I said it earlier in the show. Joe. Help me out, Ray. I forgot. Damn it. We got Eric out there. What's going on? Thomas Rowland. We'll be down in North Carolina Friday. Clint Up Church has a foundation. I will look into it after the show. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Where's the sale? Let me catch up here. No, it wasn't 50 BMG. Joe Dirt. No, it wasn't Joe Dirt. It was oh man. Shot them with the guy for 30 days. Anyways, it was kind of cool because the owner of Microtech, Tony Marfione, and X-Ring, myself and Val and all those guys, it was kind of cool because it was the Microtech Pro-Am. They had Microtech had camera people and was following those guys around and myself, and it was pretty cool. And Jamie was out there. I don't know if I should get into that. Jamie Villamore, guys, which is Joe's girlfriend. And she is a supermodel, basically. And it was pretty cool to hang out with her. She's very down to earth, a lot of fun. And it was a great weekend. Joe Farewell. Thanks, Bald and Curious. Appreciate it. Let's see. Joe M. Joe M is in the house. I like it. Old man waiter. What? Old man waiter. Yeah. What else went on? So then day 3 basically happened. We had the evening, which was not very late because we were all out of there. The ceremony started at 3 p.m. So all the shooters finished up with 2 stages. So the first day was 3. Second day was 4 stages. And then the last day was 2 stages. There was one that was really cool. So you are basically scored on everything that you do by yourself. Even though you're teamed up with the pro, he has his own score, you have your own. But on one stage, which I believe was stage 6. It was like 5 or 6. You actually drove a golf cart. So you and your partner, they would say, go. One of you guys would drive. The one guy would be on the golf cart shooting the shotgun. You get down to the end. He has to engage more steel targets. And then you have to swap seats. He grounds the shotgun, or you ground the shotgun, swap seats, and then the other guy that was shooting has to drive back. And then you go back around the circle, and once you get to the little line where the start line was, then you could load your pistol and engage paper as you went down. Then you jumped out of the golf cart, and then you shot all the cardboard and any steel left that he didn't shoot with the shotgun. And then you basically ground your pistol, tap the guy who's already ready with his AR, and then he would engage 4 targets out to. There was 2 100s and 2 200-yard targets. And then after he basically had hit his 4 targets, then you could engage the last 4 targets, and then your time stopped. And that was actually pretty cool. So the trophies that they had were like these glass, it's basically like see-through, but it had the engraved stuff on it so you could see. And it had a Microtech knife, and then like first place, pro or whatever, depending on what trophy you're looking at. The trophies were really cool. It's pretty neat, but they had like the team one. They had some side stages, kind of like the mile shot one that I was talking about earlier that I shot. Joe Farewell won the shotgun speed stage as well. It was like a side thing where you put money in or whatever. That money goes to a certain charitable donation. So it was really damn cool, man. Whistling Diesel had a nice Hilux. Yeah, I saw that. He really ruined that poor thing, which was unfortunate. But it made me want to get a Hilux for sure. Maybe not Bald and Curious. Maybe Mr. Treefeller can send me one from Australia. Let's see. By 3 p.m., I was in North Carolina. Yeah, as soon as we got done shooting the stages, Val ended up getting in his car, shook hands, that kind of stuff. And he took off. He headed north just to get home. I mean, I can't blame him. That's just an extremely long drive, 12 or 13 hours. And it seemed like every time I talked to him on the phone, he was in traffic or something. So it made it even longer, which sucks. Well, Mr. X-Ring on Surviving Man just watched the final finale with Chris. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good show. They actually made it okay. I was kind of wondering how that was going to end up, but it seemed to do well. It's crazy when I talked to Brady Loyne. He actually won TAC Ops first place. He's a younger kid. I've been watching him shoot since he was a tiny guy, and he's actually on a TV show that they already premiered. They did it. It took like 7 days or something, and there was it was all about air rifles. So he had a video out basically to enter into this TV show, and with his credentials of being an amazing shooter, they actually picked him. They flew him out to, I think he said Arkansas, and then they had competitors from all over the world, airgun champions, and all sorts of stuff. And I asked him, well, hey, did you win? He's all, yeah. And so that was pretty cool. Him and his brother Luke, freaking amazing shooters. Actually, I think Luke got 4th as well. These guys are like young. Luke was he's let's see if I'm doing this right. They were probably, I don't know, I think maybe 14 and 16 or 14 and 13 and 15 when I first started watching him. Bald and Curious says the drive was worth it to shoot and hang out with you guys. Hopefully that drive will be shorter soon. Yeah, yes, that would be nice if it was. Let's see. F-250 any day. Yeah, me too, Drew. That would be awesome, Val. Let's see. Mopar from me. So if you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with Bald and Curious's channel, you got to go over and check him out. He's a lot of fun to hang out with. Let's see here. That's basically the wrap up of the thing. So they handed out the trophies, and they called your name as you went down. And, if you finished up towards the top area, you got some really cool prizes. There was a lot of prize table stuff. And, as they keep calling names, it starts dwindling down to, less amazing stuff. But it was pretty cool. They gave away some really cool items. I know Microtech was they had some knives on the prize table for sure. I think some of the ROs got some knives for doing all the hard work, and it was pretty amazing. Let's see here. Things, updates. We got updates going on. 2 weeks from now, we have the Memorial 3-gun match, which is basically set up for well, let's just talk about it. Basically, it's the military. You know, we got these men and women that go overseas protecting our freedoms and doing some of the stuff that a lot of us are won't do or afraid to do or whatever the case. And they sign the dot, they sign the line, and some of them don't come back, right? Well, the Gold Star wives and sometimes husbands, there's basically the Memorial 3-gun, that money goes to those people that they pick. And each stage represents that individual that lost their life in the line of duty or, you know, across the seas fighting for our freedoms. And it's kind of neat in a way because it memorializes that certain individual and gives you a chance to kind of, you know, see who that person was. A lot of times, you know, the wife and the husband are there. You know, so you're dealing with all that, but all that money goes towards an amazing support to help those families, and it's pretty cool. So they've been doing that for a while, and it gets bigger each year. This will be the first year I've actually had a chance to shoot it. I've had a chance to talk to Ray, you know, just to hear him talk about it and how great it is and all that stuff. So it's an amazing thing, and I'll be proud to be able to shoot that match. So it'll be neat. It'll be neat to see. It'll be my pleasure for sure. Let's see. Subscribe, Bald and Curious. 6 Creator. All right, there you go, Bald and Curious. You got yourself a new subscriber. Let's see. You should change his name to Cookie Monster. Actually, have you watched the Tactical Unit series? Let's see. So yeah, we got that going on. We got Ray's got some new stuff coming, being shipped over that you guys will be interested in. I don't want to steal his thunder, but he's got some stuff that he's going to be coming in. So you see probably some new videos on some new stuff. I picked up some new stuff at the 3-gun match. Actually, I was able to. They had a shop, like a tent with a bunch of cool stuff under it. I ended up picking up a few items, some JP silent capture springs, some punches for building ARs. What else did I get? A trigger. I got I think it was an Eclipse trigger by Hyperfire. And maybe some other little gizmo gadgets that I can't remember. Oh, a block that you put in a vice block for building ARs and fixing stuff. I got a proof barrel here. This wasn't from the match, but Tony, I got this from Tony, and probably be building another rifle. It's carbon fiber wrap, and kind of see how that ends up turning out. That'll probably be down a ways. Who knows when that'll start? But you got the Gray Ops plate, which I'm super excited about. Actually, Joe Farrell used my new Gray Ops plate with basically it's the bikini that held my tater tot. He used it on stage 2, our stage 2, which was really stage like 8. And he definitely liked it. So that was pretty cool. And what else? Oh, thumb rest. I actually brought a couple of things. So Gray Ops, if you guys don't know, I did get my bayonet for the Magneto speed in, and I also got the Wiser basically mount, so I can mount it onto an Arca rail. But this one is set up for an MPA with the oval thing. So it's going to be nice because you put it in, because it's not M-lock for the BA comp. It's over there. I can't touch it because it's so scary. YouTube was just going to freak out. But anyways, it's set up for your thumb. So you can push down on your rifle and pinch your bag. Just get a nice stable platform. So that one is the MPA Precision Rest by Gray Ops. I wanted to try that out, and I can already tell that's going to work well. Better than my handmade Keto-licious one that I made. What else did I get? There's one other gizmo gadget around here somewhere. Here you go. I guess that's... Oh, and by the way, it comes with a bag of M&Ms, which is kind of funny. And a sticker and some other junk. What was that other thing at? I done lost it. Billy Joe. Yep, that's it. We got Dick Hedges. He's getting excited. Talked to him today for the suck, as they call it. It's basically the Snipers Unknown Challenge in South Carolina. That's going to be fun. He's shooting a gas gun 308. No, he's not. He's shooting a gas gun 6.5 Creedmoor. And I'll be shooting the 6.5 Creedmoor bolt gun. So I'll be shooting primary. He'll be shooting secondary. And he'll be coming down a week beforehand. So we'll have time. Mr. X-Ring, I might not be able to come into the office that week because we will be at VOD doing some testing of some ammo. What else? I think that's it. Hopefully you guys got some questions to get this going. Do you know the cost yet? Six Creator says. Do I know the cost on what? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? My apologies for the delay. Waiting on anodizing. Oh, you guys talking about belts? Yeah, you're not going to see any belts till we make them, but I think they're getting, I'm not even going to say, I know they're getting closer, but they are not here yet. I have one of those coming as well, Rick. Oh, the thumb deal? Yeah, I need to order one for my other chassis. I need to order a couple of those. I did get a call from Tree Feller. So this is the Area 419. It's quite big. Works good for basically putting on your game changer or some type of bag. And I wanted to try out the Gray Ops one. I was fortunate enough to be given this from Mr. Joaquin Jack Nava about a year ago when we were dialing in this whole long-range precision NRL 22-ish stuff. And this thing's been a big help. But I'm trying a plate that's about a little bit, so basically about that big. So it's quite a bit shorter. It doesn't have this and this on it. This is basically another ARCA. And then this is basically a lever that tightens a bag up. I didn't really like how this, I'm being honest here. The way this attaches to this bag, the bag that you use is kind of stupid. I don't like the way I don't like the way it mounts together. It falls off sometimes when you're transitioning from basically barricade to barricade. I think it could have been designed better. Just keeping it real. But it is better than nothing. And the reason why I did, you guys know about that whole barricade stop / game, or basically bag rider thing, is because I wanted to be able to completely get rid of any idea that I'm pressing the mag into the barricade and making it malfunction myself. So now that we did all that testing, I'm going to shit can that whole ugly metal piece, and I can go back and I'm going to start using a plate and my tater tot with the bra on it. I keep calling it a bra because I think that's what they call it. That is made by, I picked it up at Gray Ops. I think it might be made by somebody else, but it is, I don't know. It's like Weebad or Armageddon, I think, may have made that. I'm not sure, but it works really well for even the tater tot. So it's actually kind of cool because you can squish the one side down. So instead of having a U, it's basically an L. So now I have my thing already mounted up. I got my bag, and I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm going to try that in the next few competitions, hoping to figure out if this whole Kettlefoot regional match thing should be going to that the next couple months. We got a Big Daddy's Unlimited. I don't even know what the hell it's going to be called. It's a Big Daddy's something. It's basically like a IV8888 type of thing, I believe. But we're going to be demoing the Microtech or MDI, Microtech Defensive Industries. Basically R2 K9 suppressor. So we'll be out there working that. But I have it on the calendar. I don't know when that is, but maybe that's something you guys are able to go to. I'm not sure. And if you are and you see us, make sure you come say hi, because it's always cool to meet you guys and gals. I have to order one in heavy. Dick Hedges. Oh, yeah. What's kind of neat about the so there's 2 models that the Gray Ops make. So before I go skipping on to something else, if you guys are really interested about the plate, it's the Pro. There's 2 versions of it. There's a light. I think they call it a light plate. It's basically a lot less aluminum. But the Pro plate, the attachment, which is a lever, then more of a knob. Some of the things like with this knob here, it's not like that. It's like a flip lever like you'd see on some other kind of stuff that attaches to ARCA rails and Picatinny rails. But it's completely flush. You don't have to worry about it being in the way of your bag. There's times when like the knob, when it's completely tight, it's pointed where it's down. And sometimes that little thing can jack you up. As simple and as weird as that may seem. But this one clicks in. There's no way to bump it or get in the way. But it has weights built into it. Some brass weights with like a texture on it that grabs into the bag pretty good. But it's not super aggressive, so it's kind of nice. You change gear faster than you shoot up ammo, killer. Yeah, well, you are correct. I tried, like I said, I'm revamping a lot of stuff. I want to try it. One part of it is I'm trying to do it for you guys as well as me. I want to be able to find something that I can feel confident and know it's going to freaking shoot, or it works well for me. And remember, this stuff might work well for me. It might work well for a couple more people, but for some people it might not work, depending on, like if you're talking about pump pillows. If you're a bigger guy, one bag may work better than, that same bag for a little guy, or the other way around. So I like trying gear. Do I like buying all this gear? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, I want to see what works the best, what makes me a better shooter, or which items help me to become a better shooter. And then with that, I can also bring it back to you guys, and maybe you guys will save your money on something else. You'll go, oh, you know what? I've heard some bad stuff. Maybe Rick and Ray and a few others have said that this item X, we'll call it doesn't work very well. So it'll keep you guys from purchasing something that, some gimmicky thing that doesn't work. My well died today. We had to take a darn bath in the pool. And it's cold. 6 Creator. Yeah, I bet it's cold. Let's see here. At the end of the day, you like buying gear. Kind of like me. Yeah, I like trying new stuff out. I do. Rick is an experimental gunslinger. DW says. No, I'm sure we probably helped quite a few people from buying stuff. I'm sure we've helped people buy lots of stuff, but hopefully the stuff that we, basically kind of leaded you in that direction, you're liking it. I know we don't skip on gear, so it's not like, one aspect of it is man, these guys like this, but it's like super expensive. But at least we're not saying, hey, this is the greatest thing in the world, when in turn it's a pile of, or a POS, you know what I mean? Tyler, what issues did you experience with the plate? I gotta zoom in again here. I always felt the plate caused more issues than advantages. Only plate I use them now is a 10 position stage. See, and that's some of the things, kind of going back to when I had a chance to shoot with Chris. Every good shooter, I think, is going to have their own little way of doing things. Like if you talk to Ray, he has his own great plan. You talk to another guy like Chris, he has his own great plan, and the way they like to stabilize their body and how they do it may not be different. But people like certain gear because maybe one holds the bag better, or maybe one's flatter, or heavy fill this and light fill that, and blah. There's so many damn options. So you really got to try stuff out at the match. Ask your buddy, or when you're at the range, like, hey, can I try this bag? My problem is I try stuff on a stage, which is probably the worst thing you can do because you're not sure how it's going to work. And then you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Dick Cat just says only Timony triggers and voodoos at the end of the day. Let me see what the comment was before I go opening my mouth. For all you loyal subscribers, #Stilledick gives you a discount on my entire website. That is true. That is very true. The bikini. That's right. I've been calling it the bra. Did you know Richardson brand hats, once dirty, simply rinse them under warm to cold water and they flush right out all the dirt. Grinding, dust, welding, blah, 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 blah. And maybe. The problem is, depending on the hat, depending on what this bill's made of, some of these are made of a very thick, hard paper. Paper's really not the word, but it's basically like a paper. And if it stays wet too long, it turns to crap. So just know that. Just know that. And hats, anyways, you sweat in them, it becomes your work hat. And then your old work hats, you take your two crappiest ones, which are probably your most comfortable ones, and you shit can those in the trash can. And then you get two new hats. And it's this cycle that just never ends. You just buy new hats. Just buy new hats. Oldest one, sweaty, stinkiest one, into the trash can. That's how it works. 80 hours a week, baby. So if you guys don't know, me and Sam pick on Ray all the time at work. The only reason why we even work there is to pick on Ray. And me and Sam always joke with him that we work 80 hours a week part-time at the old Microtech. Damn you, stop making me spend money. Yeah, Tree Feller's actually looking into a Gray Ops plate right now, the Pro, and he is looking into the Tater Tot. Unfortunately, down the rabbit hole we go. Spend your money wisely. Type of gear doesn't come to Australia. Now, Andy, see, we got Andy out there who's also from Australia. Did you ever get in a hold of Tree Feller? Do you guys live close together? You guys probably shot the same damn matches together and don't even know each other, which is probably pretty easy since you guys are using, Andy's name's probably correct, but like Tree Feller 22LR, obviously nobody knows who that is. Or like if you went to a match. We got Rich Freeman saying Vortex Diamondback 15 to 56 binos. Any thoughts? I have probably not used those. I've heard great things about them. There was actually a huge shout out again to Vortex. There was quite a few items from Vortex on the price table, which is pretty cool. I saw some binos and stuff in there when I was looking through the windows, wondering what all the good shooters were getting. I'm like, no, don't grab that. I like that one. Ah, dang it. No, don't touch that. So if you guys have any experience with some Vortex 15 by 56 binos, I think I've actually, there was a guy that was the RO, and I might have looked through a set, but I didn't spend enough time behind one to give you any good information. I will tell you that they definitely have a lifetime warranty, so you can accidentally flip them off the side of a cliff and then parachute down, pick up your broken binos and send them off and get them fixed. But I don't have enough info for you on that. That type of gear doesn't come to Australia. Are the real USA stimulus package? What? Rick and Ray are the real US stimulus package. Oh, I got you. Let's see. It seemed like it wasn't the right spot when jumping around various props. Now on a PRS barricade, it's easy, but when on the other props, not so much. 6 Creator, you got to use wet wipes, buddy. Nice hats become work hats, become yard hats. There you go, Joe. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to catch up here. Although it's faster to level out, I found it more efficient and smoother just sliding my rifle on the bag to where I need it. See, and that's how I always shot before, Tyler. I was never a big plate guy because I like being able to manipulate the rifle a little easier and not try to fight it, especially if like the angle was really weird. But I think it's more because I actually talked to Chris about that in the class. I'm like, well, what if you got this? He's like, well, then I'm going to do this. And I'm like, okay. That's a good answer. Let's see. Rick, is your $22 Ely the same as Josh's? Just asking. I don't know. I don't know what Josh has. So I'm not sure. I can tell you that my that's not it. What the hell? What the hell? Let's see. It is, which one is it? It's this one. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure. Did I get that cardboard in here? Here's the lot that I picked up. That was the one that I had picked up that shot well, if you could feed it. If you could feed it and not have to mess with bag issues. And I know I got some smack talking going on in a little quiet chat that Tree Filler had set up, where I was going to show you guys or give you guys a video on how to make a 10-round Voodoo magazine into a 12-round magazine. We have had Willard has tried it and had good success. Dick Hedges has tried it. Tree Feller is the one that had shown me, but I have not done the video yet. So if you are interested in that, I guess Tree Feller wants the video to come out so that he can send it to his shooting partners in Australia. So apologize for being busy and having a good time and not getting to it. Let's see here. Well, what's camo one? You dialed me. Well, the one camo one you dialed me in on. Brand new looking. All the dirt and sweat washed right out of it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, those are no, you're right, Drew. You're definitely right. You can definitely wash your hats. I've heard people, actually the guys that used to do it at the fire station, which I thought was gross. But you can put them in the dishwasher. They make the little plastic thing so you can throw them in an actual washer. And it definitely helps. Especially if it's your like favorite hat. The problem is there's a lot of different, you got like, I guess I don't want to really get into it, but you got different stuff. You got different base types of dirt. You got stuff that's, I don't know why my brain's not working. Geez. Anyways, your hat's got sweats and dirts and welding grit and, whatever you're doing for the day. some of it's going to come out a lot easier than the other stuff. So just be careful, because if you wash your hat and you don't do it right, you'll jack it up. I don't like a hat where the bill's all jacked up. Like I'm a hat Nazi kind of. So say I had this in my luggage bag and it had a big like dimple, like a crease in it. I probably won't wear it ever again. If it has like this jacked up crease on it. So, oh shit, I got so those are the things that, those are like my little things that I don't like. So if it has a crease in it or somehow it got jacked up, smashed, I'm not just going to, unless it comes out, I'm probably not going to wear it again. Don't wash, made in China. Wingnut says. Hats always on rotation. That's right. Let's see. Try to swing for the Bushnell forward if you can. Let's see. Yeah, let it dry. Don't throw it in the dryer. Did you see the price of the exact? Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Pursuit of accuracy. Have a good night, my man. Yeah, I watched the video today. A cop choked a girl for not wearing a mask, then arrested her. Yeah. CJ Johnson, welcome in. Welcome. You a slacker. Ass break. Yeah, at least I thought about it, though. I haven't done it yet. Marcus Sparkers out says, I'm Billy Mays, and this is OxyClean. Some hats do not wash well. Spray and wash, cold gentle cycle I use, and different proteins. That was the word I was trying to find. So like different proteins or like petroleum products, or like you need different cleaners to kill different things. Like protein stuff you want. Let's see, I try to keep Microtech hat nice. Yeah, I have my favorites that I'll be like, oh, I'm going to sweat today. I'm not going to wear that one. Like this is one of them, actually. You can see some sweat ring in it, but it kind of hides pretty well. But I wear a hat a lot. I wear a hat a lot, especially when my hair gets longer until I get back to getting a haircut. And then once I get a haircut, then you'll see me every once in a while with no hat on sometimes. Check out Rebel News. Shows the true state of affairs here in Australia. I was telling Dick good night, Dick. Hey, Dick. Good night, Dick. Let's see. What else is going on? How many crazy people do we have watching this show right now? Okay, did you guys ever answer, you Australian fools? Did you ever answer whether you guys had... are you guys in the same area? I hate sweat rings. Every damn hat. Yeah, Tyler Orth, that drives me freaking nuts. This one's not bad, but you get some of the other colors that like really show it. You can definitely tell if you have a lot of salt in your system by looking at your hat. And you know how hard of a day you worked when the sweat ring comes all the way out to the freaking tip of your brim. Like that's how many, they should just put an hour gauge on here, like how long you worked. It'd be like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it just keeps breaking down. Problem is it won't work because like I call Sam the sprinkler, our buddy that in Microtech. Unless he's in a refrigerator or a freezer and it's above, if it's above 55 degrees, he's probably a sprinkling. I'll be able to see if he watches this video. He'll come over and smack me in the head. Let's see here. He watched my last video, which I thought was pretty cool. Wash my hats in the washer on a pan to dry so it holds its round shape. Yeah, that'll work too. I shall sometimes question Sky News. $26 Ely match. Damn, $30. I usually toss them when they get sweat rings. Guess I'll never had much success washing them. Yeah, I haven't been a big fan of washing them. How long have I been yapping for? Oh, hour. I don't know. You guys better help me out here. Hit the thumbs up button and just because you can. But no, let's get some topics rolling. I would bring spare shirts to work because I would get salt burns from sweating. Paint booth sucks in the summer. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Stuck in that damn paint booth. Sam is a pretty big dude. Yep, Sam is a big boy. He's strong, son of a gun, too. Super strong. I'll be like putting a suppressor, trying to get a suppressor apart or something. I'll be like fighting it. I'll be like, hey, Sam, can you take this off real quick? And he'll just be all, I'm like, Jesus, guy is strong. Let's see. What else is going on? Besides all the craziness. Oh, found a barrel. So Eagle Eye was magical enough to find me a barrel. And should be, I don't know how long it'll take yet. But we got a Remix coming. So we originally thought he had one. So he ordered it. And then they called him back and said that their stock compared to their order sheet was wrong. So that barrel that he ordered online was actually not there anymore. So luckily he has a bench rest shooter buddy, That's hard to say, by the way, that actually had a barrel. So I was lucky enough that he was nice enough to give it to Kenny. So I should be getting a barrel set up here shortly to see how it works out. What do you suppose will happen if you anneal the whole shell? Will it tear in half on the first firing or cause too much stress on the bolt lugs? Well, the point of annealing is to basically take it from being brittle, per se, and bring it back to pliable so it can basically, you can get like your neck tension to be consistent and so on. The problem is, I don't know why you'd ever do the whole case. It doesn't, unless you like accidentally, I don't know, you were trying to dry brass and you went up to too high of a temperature, so the whole thing was basically cookie sheeted, which is not good. I got a 16 right-handed twist tree feller. Everyone is not going Remix Big Country. Big Country is a big Remix fan, which is pretty cool. I got to tell you, those Remix magazines, those should be best invention for, I don't know when they came out, but it is an amazing magazine. I haven't seen a magazine that amazing in a long time. They're starting to get smart and realizing the Kool-Aid isn't very good. We'll see. This is going to be, you guys be careful on all this Remix shit you're talking. And we'll see how well it does. I'm going to tell you if it sucks, trust me. You're going to get a case head separation, which will take you out. Yeah, you'll have that problem too. Let's see, take you out of the game real fast. Have you heard of the 3-man, 3-gun match in PA? It is usually in July. It is always my favorite 3-gun match each year. Wombat, never heard of it. How do you 3-man, 3-gun? So it's a team event. You take all 3 of their scores and then put them against the next 3 people that are in a team. Am I on the right page? How you doing, Steve? Oh, we got another Aussie out there. What's up, Mr. Steve Callahan? Just can't find any content showing what will happen other than everybody saying just don't do it. Well, Drew Bradley, I don't know officially. I know it can separate. You'll end up with just that piece stuck in the chamber, and it's going to be an entire pain in the ass to try to get out. Tree feller, yep. Let's see, just can't find. Okay, well, Bagara, Remix, in Voodoo. Yeah. I tell you what, a CZ, this thing's freaking amazing too. Don't forget about the CZ. I had no choice. I got lucky. You got lucky because you figured out some of the issues, right? Big country. Because I remember when you came down, you were having issues with your Remex. And I was like, man, I wouldn't want one of those things. But I think a lot of it has to do with you got to shoot the ammo. You got to have it, depending on what it's chambered for, or basically how the chamber was cut. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with the Voodoo except me wanting to shoot the wrong ammo through it. If you shoot this stuff, you're not going to have any. I didn't have any pain in the ass issues. I had a few issues with the mag. Somebody had sent me actually a really good picture for those of you that are running Voodoos. I just haven't had a chance to get a video out on that. I was going to kind of put it with that +2 video. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, I forgot who had sent me the video. What the hell? It's not even a video, it's a picture. Where the hell is it at? I think it's down here. But basically, they're putting a screw on the back of the magazine so that it will not let the mag rock back. So you can get crazy into a barricade, and that will give you, or it'll relieve you of any issues. Oh, right here. Here it is. So if you're watching the video, I apologize for who had sent me this. I did take a screenshot of it, but that is basically, let me see if I can get it to focus better. That is the back of the magazine. You can see the mag catch above it, but that's basically a screw. And what that screw does is you get it to the right depth so that when you seat that magazine, I got a bazillion magazines right here. Hold on. Of course, I say that. I can't find one. All right, this is not a Voodoo magazine. This is one of the Skittle magazines, but think of this as the Voodoo magazine. You got the mag catch, which is extremely hard to see. Let me grab a different one. You got the mag catch right here, and right inside of the mag well. So depending on the mag well that you have, say it covers everything up from there, you would run that right here. And with the Voodoo, it doesn't matter because the ammo is all up front right here. There's really nothing on this side over here. So you can put a screw in here, like a machine screw. And then what that'll do is that'll be out far enough where the mag can't come back and basically cant that bullet just enough where it's going to feed like a butt. So it's something to try if you're having issues. I would say a huge majority of the issues is when I stopped shooting this stuff because Mike Bush made it so he chambered his rifle around the whole idea of the Lapua round. So it's not the rifle I've tried to say in the past. It's just I am searching for an accurate lot of ammo, and I came to the realization that I needed to shoot Ely, unfortunately. So I'm having some issues with it until I can get it figured out. Throw a self-tap rig. Yeah, Marcus, you could definitely do that. And that's all it basically is. You can see it. It's a hex head. I think it'll focus good enough for you to see it. Come on. Let's see if I go close and it might pop up. Come on, Cameron. You got one job. You got one job. There it is. So you can see it's just basically a star. It's a star. We got a 6BR cases with 30 reloads on them. Oh, I need to check. Is 6 Creator out there? Did those 6 ARC? Do I need to go to the post office? Forgot about that. Honestly, try SK Long Range. Heard a lot of great things about that. Did the Remex extractor replacement fix their issues? I hear Dick is going. Let's see. Once I figured out I need an upgraded parts. So Big Country, was it the extractor? I think it might have been. I'm not sure. Yeah, Dick may be getting a Remex as well. He's gonna have to wait for barrels right now for 22. Like for someone to spin one up and do it how you want done can be hard to find right now, at least in some of the higher end barrels. So I don't know. Big Country's gonna have to answer that question. It did. Okay, so the newer extractor was an issue. I know he had an issue with it. Let's see. Wouldn't that change the angle to a more harsh angle on the follower feed lips? If we're talking about this, Drew, no, this is the front of the rifle over here. So if I go like this, I'm going to cant the bullet down, which is going to basically try to make the bullet hit into the barrel, but not into the chamber. If I have something that's pushing up against here, when I push on the barricade, it won't do the cant. You just have to make sure that the mag will still drop free, so you don't want it super tight. But it'll take all that play out of it, especially for you guys that are shooting chassis or whatever stocks that have no type of adjustability in the mag. There's another good thing too, is the Remex. Here's the problem that I see is if I set up my magazine for a metal Voodoo mag and I put it in and I got it nice and tight where it doesn't rock back and forth, I either can't get my other mag in, or if I tune them so that my plastic Voodoo mags fit in really well, they're nice and tight, there's no way in hell I can get my metal ones in. So back to, we talked about this a little bit earlier on a different chat. I see why Remex went with being able to tune the magazine, because the chassis is the chassis. Other things are going to be going into the chassis, but the chassis is always going to be the chassis until you change out X chassis. So you can't, unless you have one magazine and you don't ever plan on shooting some type of PRS match or NRL, it would probably work just darn fine. Problem is, if you're like a lot of us that have a few extra magazines because we want ones for a 10-round stage and a 12-round stage, and hell, sometimes there might be a 15-round stage, which I don't remember ever going on a 15-round NRL PRS stage, but they do make a 15-round Voodoo magazine, which usually I hear most people complain about the longer one. The 12 rounds, a lot of people love, but they do not like the 15s. Any reason shilling barrels not mentioned much here? Yeah, you talking about on the channel, John? Or in the shooting world, or what? You need more in depth. I don't talk much about those barrels because I, for one, don't have much experience with those barrels. Okay, yeah. So a lot of you gotta remember, I have not shot PRS for a bazillion years. I've only started shooting long range the last couple years. Especially the last year, super heavy into matches and stuff. But so I don't have all those. I haven't had a chance to try out all these burnt barrels from different rifles that I've had. So as far as that information, I don't have anything to give you other than I don't have enough information to tell you right or wrong. So I'm not going to say anything. I will tell you that on Skittles, that has a Douglas Premium Select or Hand Select, and you might have seen the videos. That thing shoots amazing. the Voodoos with the Ace barrels, the MTU contour barrels. They work great, but check your email. Okay, I'll check it after this. Great in bench rest. Yeah, I would assume. Marlin Proof, Rock Creek are what you see a lot of PRS shooters. Joe M says, yeah, I have, well, this is for an AR, but I mean, we shoot good stuff. The problem is there's just so many different things out there. I haven't been around the world enough to shoot them all. With all the money you made here today, you can afford 10X. Yeah, I think I made like $15, which I appreciate you guys. Let's see. We got John out there. Let's see if I can say John. Okay. I want to say it right. Let's see if I can sound his name out without messing it up too bad. Phil. Am I close, John? Phil? I'm probably bashing it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I always like to try to say you guys' names. Let's see. I just ordered one about a month ago. It has a backup barrel from Shilling Barrels Company. Then I got laughed at for the price I paid. Me not knowing any better. Dropping RPR $7.99. Whoa. Damn. Yeah, Drew, hopefully that barrel shoots really well, man. Too old to shoot anything but BR. Clip fill. Okay. Clip fill. Yeah, my last name, the A should be pronounced as an E, so it's tough to it's tough when people say your name because if you read it the way it may sound or look, you can usually jack it up. You're gonna get a good laugh out of my next video. I'm looking forward to it. Pursuit of Accuracy. I can't wait to see it. You guys don't know, this guy right here is building some really good videos, especially if you're into the 22 LR game, and especially if you like shooting CZ. But he's got an amazing rifle that shoots tacks. That's for sure. Oh, it's a German. Got it. Clip fill. I'll try to remember that. Clip fill. Let's see. What else we got? We are getting close to getting the hell out of here. I can tell you that much. Yep, we got basically 8 minutes. 8 minutes of pure madness. So those of you that have shown up, I appreciate you guys showing up. Wind killed us. Were you out at his range again, Josh? That's a nice place, by the way. We got Brody out there. I did, Brody. I did. I'm going to try it out. It's all about scientific testing. In the name of science. Mr. Eagle Eye Shooting is in the house right before the end of the show. So, Mr. Eagle Eye Shooting, if I was a betting man, when would I bet that my rifle might be here? Oh, you better not. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mail off that ammo too. Shit. Damn. But let's just say I was a betting man. Let's say I had my ammo at your place. How long do you think? I need to get that mailed out tomorrow. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to send Kenny some ammo, and we're going to see what kind of groups we get out of this barrel. HRM, I appreciate it. Great show, he said. He said, what, Eagle Eye? I said, what the hell? I'm going to have to call Eagle Eye after this, I think. Because you can't lose my Remax that you were building. What the hell? I will buy a slot cutter for you. I tell you what, I need a slot cutter. If that damn thing don't work, I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna rechamber it the other way. I'm gonna have a 16 left-hand twist. Is that even possible if you flip the barrel around? If I went like this, and I flipped it around. Would that make it a left-handed barrel? There's a question for you guys. I got to keep a Remex away from Josh. He might switch his channel from CZ over. Yeah, don't be letting old Josh have my Remex. You gotta send him the other one. 6 Crater, 150 done. Priced it. Bagara barrel. So what? LOL. Dun, dun. I don't get that one. Let's see. No chance, Kenny. But please send me mine before Rick's. That would be hilarious. Trying to get Kenny to do. Oh, Bagara. Gotcha. Yeah, I would love. I'm still, as soon as I get the Remex in, because I need. Hopefully, it works great. But I have, hopefully, regionals, as long as they're still doing them, and then hopefully nationals. So I need a rifle that's I can count on. Well, I send one of these damn things off to. I'm gonna get a big old freaking truck axle put on the front of my Voodoo 360. Man, I can't. I love that damn 360. I just want it to feed. I want to basically get a chamber so it'll eat Ely ammo. Is the plan. That is the plan. All right. Well, you know what? Josh knows his CZs. Great guy. Yeah, Steve, he's okay. He's okay. As long as you've never met him in person, he's all right. I've had a chance to have shit talk conversations with him. He's a great guy. I'm just giving him a hard time. Let's see. Who's barreling a Voodoo? Big Country. I want to try to barrel a Voodoo. I'm going to probably send one out to Kenny just to see if he can turn it into some type of scientific project. Figure out if he can get the extractor cuts in it. So that ought to be a fun little project for him. Yeah, I need that ammo to make sure it's tuned to it. New concept. Chamber to tune your ammo. It actually works. Yeah, I'm sending that shit tomorrow. I got to remember, you know what? It went right off the radar because of this 3-gun stuff. So that is bad on me for sure. Let's see. Let me catch up. I want a Dana 60 Kingpin steer. Yeah, that would be badass. Let's see. Shout out to Dosh. Great shirt. I haven't seen the new shirts yet. Oh, Buddy D. Josh can shoot okay. He kicked my ass a few times on the match. But it's because he's got a magical CZ. Let's see. Try to get him to try my Bagara. All right. Well, other than that, that's about it. I tried to update you guys as much as possible. All the stuff at the match. Amazing match again. Thanks, Microtech, for putting that on. Kind of give you guys a heads up what's coming up. We got some matches coming up that we talked about. So look forward to that. I got some videos I still got to edit. I need to get that damn Voodoo +2 video out. I got to do that one as well. I got some work to do. So I better get crack-a-lacking. I might have to call in sick tomorrow and work on some videos. All right. You guys have a wonderful, safe night and week. And I will see you soon, very soon. So you guys, I don't know. Get out there, go shooting. Take your friends shooting. Take your nieces and nephews, sons and daughters. All that fun stuff. Sign up for a match if you never shot. Go over to practicescore.com. Find a match local to your area and just say, hell with it. I'm going to go have fun and shoot it. You guys take care. And if you ever shoot with us on our squad and you need to borrow a bag or bipod or any of the other crap we got that we're hauling around, don't be afraid to ask because you can use whatever you need. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.